What's up, guys? Sean again. This vid's gonna be about okay, I don't I don't like how people of faith or belief, whether it just be Christian or Muslim or Hinduism or you know Judaism or whatever you have it, atheism with a book or not. Um, you know, I mainly aim this more towards the Abrahamic religions than anything, but really, it doesn't matter. But I don't get okay, why you cherry pick from your book. Okay, to me, Christians and Muslims are the two worst at this. You pick out of the Bible or the Quran what you want to benefit you, and it pisses me off because you have certain people of these faiths that they're well, okay, you either follow the whole book or don't at all, and I kind of have to tend to agree. I can't stand this shit. It's okay, I mean, it was when Bill Nye the Science Guy and Ken Ham had a debate. They asked Ken Ham, if you had to take the Bible literally, or Christians had to take the Bible literally, for one example, if we kept to it literally, which he wouldn't answer the question, he dodged the question, which I thought was fucking hilarious. It really didn't surprise me any. I mean, it's common sense that it happens, of course, but yeah, you pick and choose the homosexuality thing, God doesn't like the homosexuals, or or God doesn't like adultery, or or how a wife's supposed to listen to her husband, or follow the Ten Commandments, or shit like that. But I just don't get it. Okay, we want to take those certain things, you cherry pick so hardcore, but then you want to leave out the other things. If a woman were to get caught cheating on her husband, she should get stoned in the middle of her town. Or if they're both caught cheating, they both get stoned in the middle of the town. Or you're not supposed to eat shellfish, or wear mixed fabrics, or you're not supposed to eat pork. There's so many people that break these fucking rules, it's not even funny. And most of the time, the penalty for that shit is death. Stoning, or you get killed. So I just think it's funny how oh, you wanna use that shit when it goes to your advantage, but were you to use it literally, a lot of you would be pretty fucked. Especially with the whole mixed fabrics thing. Be fucked. Or the shellfish thing. Fuck, I know how many people that say they're Christian and yet they eat shrimp or lobster, or shit like that, or they eat pork. It's and by the way, with this whole pork thing, I agree with a buddy of mine, we can cook pork, you don't get trichinosis from it anymore. You got trichinosis because we didn't know how to cook pork fully back then. Come on. But I just think it's so fucking hypocritical that you want to cherry pick out of it and use out of the book what aids you or what helps you, but fuck if you want to use the stuff that would go against you. Or you don't want to sit and focus on the bad. People always want to sit and focus on the fucking good of it. oh, God does rainbows and fucking butterflies and fucking candy and ice cream and shit. Well, yeah, he also flooded the fucking earth, you know, smited Sodom and Gomorrah and killed the Canaanites and the Abelites, too, dipshits. So, it's like, no offense, if you're gonna put up the good, you kinda gotta blame the bad, too. And there's certain shit he did. Fuck this free will, he did it. Not humans, him. You know, come on. It's like, for real. And then it's just like, notice how, even if you, like, sit and, like, say, you know, whatever you want, you know, about him, or you take his name in vain, or you'd even be like, you know, F him, no one gets the lightning bolt, nobody fucking just curls over and dies. It's like, come the fuck on. Like, who cares? I mean, you're so picky choosy, like, ooh, I wanna use what benefits me. It's like, no, you're a bunch of fucking hypocrites. You know? And then it's like just how you are towards people, like, you know, dude, I found like that Christians are some of the most judgmental people there are, like, bar none. I mean, like, there was a comedian I was watching doing a bit about lesbians and how he, you know, killed someone from a helicopter and people were cheering and shouting and having a good time. And then he's like, well, okay, next time, you know, when you know, there's people that they say, well, as a Christian. It's like, dude, no, hell nah. Like, okay, why don't you just say next time as a hypocrite? It's like, yeah, well, how Christian of them towards the lesbians and the guy that got killed, you know? But yeah, when he wanted to say, like, religion was bullshit, that's when everybody, like, had a, you know, that's when everybody, you know, lost their shit. Or when, or, like, you know, when he wanted to talk about how, like, he thought there was wrongs of religion, that's when people wanted to boo and get butthurt. It's like, you all are fucking hypocrites. Like, you only want to use your book to, like, for your own fucking good. It's just fucking stupid to me. It's like, you know, it's like, man, most of you would be fucked if people stated the fucking, how that shit really ran. You know, there'd be people getting stoned in the fucking town square left and right. You know, and shit, I wouldn't have to care. I'm not in that party, so I don't need to care. But yeah, I don't know, I just thought I'd make that vid. I just saying, I think it's hypocritical how, like, people of faith only like to use, like, what helps them from their holy book. You know, I try to be the one of perspective, seeing that I've studied more than Christianity, and I know some people are like, well, why do you just pick on the Christians? Well, okay, I can pick on more than just the Christians. I just have the biggest problem with the Christians because I live in the U.S., and, like, they're the predominant religion. I mean, I know people over in England who, you know, are Christian or atheists, don't like the Muslims because they're starting to take over, you know, England and the UK. So yeah, I got more to go on than just the Christians. But yeah, with that, Sean, peace out.